Good afternoon, everybody. Happy New Year and welcome to Formula One. As we are now in Melbourne, Australia, after the 2-week break. I'm SamuraiT-X, and in the last race, Takuma Sato got what he truly deserved. After Bahrain heartbreak, he got a podium in Malaysia, third place no less, which race was won by Felipe Massa and Rubens Barrichello got second place. So let's check the standings, with Fernando Alonso leading on 15 points, Barrichello and Massa are second and third respectively, 13 and 12, Fisichella's on 12 as well, Michael Schumacher's on 9, Sato's moved up to sixth in the championship after that podium, and truly Nick Heidfeld got off the mark, and so did Jenson Button actually, so that's good stuff from everyone that raced in Malaysia. As constructors, Renault still lead Ferrari by 6 points, with Honda third and McLaren moved down to fourth. Super Aguri team move up to fifth place after the podium. Well, before we do anything, I'll talk more about the race weekend, but for now I will see you once James Allen finishes giving his analysis on Australia.
Third stop on the Formula One calendar, we're here in Albert Park, Melbourne, for another fascinating qualifying session. Session 1 will begin shortly, and we'll know by the end of it who will make up the final 6 places on the grid. Tonio Liuzzi starts his outlap, qualifying gets underway.
Thank you for that, James. This is the third race of the season. Normally, Melbourne, Australia is the first race of the season, but in 2006, I think because they were hosting the Commonwealth Games, it moved to the third, and Bahrain kicked us off. So yes, we are now in race 3 of Melbourne, and after finishing third on a high note with Takuma Sato getting his first podium for the Super Aguri team, hopefully Australia will be just as kind. I gotta admit, Australia is not my favourite in terms of me getting a performance out of the car. Normally I actually do finish outside the points in this game, or in F1 2010 and whatnot. I don't finish high, I actually finish in like the lower half of the points scoring positions, which is 9th or 10th. I do have problems in attacking specific corners and whatnot because I'm inconsistent with this game basically. With me not playing it as much as other F1 YouTubers do, I really tend to end up making lots and lots of mistakes in this track that cost me pretty much good win point scoring positions. So my goal for this weekend is actually to qualify probably 8th or 7th, something like that, because of the fact that I'm not really good on this track. As you can see, I made a mistake. It was only a matter of time that I would make a mistake in my lap because it was running so well, but I tried to take that a bit head on 6th gear and it didn't really work. And again I made a mistake, so looks like this ain't really going to be our true banker lap. Plus, it's the first lap anyway of my qualifying session, so this isn't going to be the best of laps. It's probably going to end up in the 134s or 135s even, because it's been very slow actually, considering I made those 2 mistakes. And I even touched the barrier to make things even worse. Imagine if my tyre fell off. That would have been my qualifying session over already. We do a 134.437 and that's put us 2nd place, but there is still others to do their lap. And we've cut the track, so our lap has been cancelled, so we're going to return to the garage. Disappointment. And it looks like we're going to have to go again because we're 19th and currently going out in Q1, so we don't want to go out in Q1. So 133.756 would be pretty much better than, do anything better than that, and it will be enough to qualify. And we've already made a rough we've already approached it rough heading into turn 2 and 3. That was very rough because we were off the track and we made another mistake. It's been very messy for me so far, but forgive me, it's been the holidays, so you gotta cut me some slack because this is the first time I'm playing F1 in like this year, so I'm making a lot of mistakes, and it's only been slow, and we've had our lap invalidated again because we cut the track. Right, we're under pressure here. We're running 19th, just about ahead of our teammate. And Coulthard and Mark Webber are currently in the relegation zone. This ain't football. In the danger zone. So this is our last chance saloon to actually get a good lap in. So no mistakes. Fernando Alonso is currently the fastest with a 129.8, and I know I'm not going to break the 129s. I'll probably be in the 130s, 131s at best. That's all I'm hoping for actually, is to actually do a consistent lap. Because I know I'm in the Super Aguri car, so I'm going to be well off the pace anyway. So far so good here, as we are half a second faster than our personal best. So far so good. Looks like we are actually going to eliminate Scott Speed from the session so far, because That is our own personal best lap anyway. I think the 5 attempts up is pretty much for 16th anyway, because we're nowhere near challenging pole position at this rate, because we're making a lot of mistakes, and I don't expect my race to be any cleaner if I don't get my act up. And the worst thing about it is that I've lost 2 attempts within the second sector, plus taking that corner very slow pretty much would take a lot of time out of me. But will it be enough to qualify for Q2? We're under serious pressure as there is only 30 seconds left to complete this lap, but I don't think if we cross the line we'll be able to have enough time to cross to do another lap. So this is it pretty much. So we're doing on target for at least not a top 10, but on target for at least qualification, because as we cross the line it's going to be a 1:32.544. It's 1 second quick, 1.6 seconds faster, and that is enough to qualify just about, as we did knock Scott's speed out. We're in 15th. That's a cause for concern considering we've just about made it.
We'll continue in a few moments with the second knockout session, where we'll decide grid positions 16 to 11.
Mark Webber's having an absolute stinker. He's in his home race and he's qualified 19th. That is not good for the Aussie fans in the Williams. What a terrible weekend again, getting out-qualified by his teammate Nico Rosberg. But otherwise, the usual suspects are out.
With the times reset and only 10 places up for grabs in the third and final shootout phase, Session 2 is likely to be very competitive. The mid-table qualifiers from Session 1 get another bite of the cherry to see if they can show what they're really capable of. Session 2 begins with David Coulthard out first.
So David Coulthard begins our second qualifying session. He just about made it along with Takuma Sato, so both of them got very lucky. David Coulthard has been out-qualified by Christian Klein once actually this season already, while Takuma Sato has easily out-qualified his teammate Yuji Ide both times. Well, make it a third time considering Yuji Ide is eliminated from the session already. So Takuma Sato is the flashing hope for this team that are making their debut this season. And let's just say Australia normally is a great barn opener for every Formula 1 season, as a lot of incidents do happen during every race. Like 2002 with Ralf Schumacher leapfrogging off Barrichello's car and flying into the air. And there's always crashes in turn 1 and 2, there's always some sort of crashes. That's why Australia is always the greatest season opener for Formula 1. For me anyway, I really love the incidents, you know. And there's a lot of drama every time. Like in 2016, a red flag stopped the race after Fernando Alonso did crash into Esteban Gutierrez, which did lead to Alonso having some rib injuries, which made him miss Bahrain. And Stoffel van Doorn made his debut to get a point in that 2016 season. And the red flags were where Ferrari did the bad tactics. Instead of having new tyres, they decided to race in their old tyres, and then Mercedes, Nico Rosberg, got his 4th consecutive win as he carried it over from 2015. So yeah, Ferrari messed up their chances of winning, but 2017 they made it better with Sebastian Vettel winning in Australia. But you know how 2017 ended up for Sebastian Vettel. But enough about Sebastian Vettel. Takuma Sato does a 1:32.395, which puts him in pole position ahead of Christian Klein. And is going out for another lap, I suppose, because we can improve on that time, because 1:31 will probably be enough to qualify, so we definitely got to pull a rabbit out of the hat to break into the 1:31s in the Super Aguri. So yes, as you can see, Takuma Sato has been wrestling the car throughout the season so far in the opening 2 races, just to get the results that he's been getting. And so far it's been paying dividends, because he's nearly got 2 out of 2 podiums until you know, his engine failed in Bahrain. So this is definitely a good time for Takuma Sato to actually make more of the opportunities while he can. Well, 1:35 is the 1:35.1 by Nick Heidfeld is 10th place, but pretty sure he would improve that lap time. We shall see what Takuma Sato does here, even though he ran wide pretty much twice, and he's lost all of that time, I suppose, from running wide. As you can see, he's 1,000th slower on that lap, so seems he did lose a lot of time by running wide twice, unfortunately for the Japanese man. And he's lost his lap, so that's his lap complete. That just sums up his lap during that session there. We're running 12th, so we're already on the brink of elimination, so we've got to do another lap. And Ralf Schumacher is a 1:31.814, so definitely got to pull a rabbit out of the hat here, because we're struggling in Australia, as you can see. So maybe points is probably out of the question, but we shall see. depends where we qualify and where how we race, because I'm pretty sure everyone that's currently on the track is lightly fueled. Well, then again, everyone's lightly fueled. I can't really make that excuse of everyone's lightly fueled, because I'm also lightly fueled. But they do have the far superior car than the Super Aguri, so I guess I can make that argument that their car is more superior than mine anyway. So I guess that's the only real argument that I have here. And we're 7 tenths faster after the first sector, which is pretty good for Takuma Sato, because as it stands right now, he will be in the top 10. And Ralf Schumacher will be in the cusp of danger and elimination from Q2. And I'm pretty sure Ralf Schumacher would not want to be eliminated, as he still has a point to prove, as he wants to be the #1 driver for Toyota and be superior to Jarno Trulli, his teammate, who currently has the only points in the Toyota team this season, while Ralf Schumacher has struggled to score a point this season, as he's not really had the qualifying sessions compared to his teammate. And the races have fared better for Trulli as well, so Ralf Schumacher really has to step up. I know it's the early days of the season, but already you can sense some rivalry in the Toyota team. As Takuma Sato is ready to cross the line, it looks like he's definitely going to beat that time of Ralf Schumacher's, and he does with ease, as he's going to 7th. He's 8 tenths faster. Kimi Raikkonen's in the danger zone. He's in 10th place. Takuma Sato's faster than Kimi Raikkonen. Would you believe that? Well, Kimi Raikkonen was out in the second session of Malaysia, so we don't want him to have that same repeat. Well, I don't think he would. While Montoya is currently out-qualifying him, so Kimi Raikkonen's really under pressure already from his teammates. So we're already having a lot of teammate battles here for superiority. Of course, Takuma Sato has proven that he's superior to Yuji Ide when it comes to qualifying and the race itself. And, well, we was very slow there, as you could see, so we decided to abandon the lap. So it's time to end the session. So, yeah, I think we should end the session. So let's see the results. Take it away, James.
We'll continue with session 3 of qualifying in a few moments.
David Coulthard's eliminated with Nick Heidfeld. Nico Rosberg starts 14th. Jack Villeneuve is out and Christian Klien's out-qualifying David Coulthard again. And Ralf Schumacher did not improve his time. He tried and tried and tried, and he's eliminated.
Session 2 completed, the number of drivers is now down to 10. This session will determine the order for those final 10 cars. All previous times become irrelevant again, and now it's every man for himself to try and gain that coveted pole position. It's Rubens Barrichello who opens session 3.
Thank you for that, James Allen. I do appreciate the covering, and we're going to go with 1 stop and 6 stop on lap 6, so that's our strategy. So let's go back out. Michael Schumacher is the pace setter with a 1:32.445. So this is great stuff from Michael Schumacher so far, who definitely wants to not feel as much pressure from Takuma Sato, of all people, that's behind him in the championship. But it's early doors. Everyone's expecting Michael Schumacher to challenge for the championship, and so far he's got less points than Felipe Massa, who won the Malaysian Grand Prix, with Barrichello second. So Barrichello has moved to a new team, and it's gone very well for him. And Massa's moved to a new team, and it's gone very well for him too, as both Brazilians have got a podium and a win respectively to their names, and both are second and third in the championship. So Michael Schumacher has to step up, as the young Brazilian Felipe Massa is planning to prove a point against him this season. So we are in near the end of the second sector, and Takuma Sato's made a lot of mistakes. I don't think this will be a bad dilemma, as we now have race fuel in our car, so we're going to be slower than usual, so nothing to really be concerned about, and I'm going to try and get the maximum out of the car. My objective is really to get 8th, because of the fact that this isn't really my strongest track, so and plus I'm not in a fast car, so that isn't being 8th. Being in the top 10 of Q qualifying each time has been an achievement for me, considering I'm in the Super Aguri. So my standards for qualifying has been pretty low, considering I've achieved a lot, which is kind of astounding. Like, I don't really expect to be third and whatnot, lining up third and stuff on the grid, but I've really achieved a lot with this team. Maybe it's because of the difficulty, but I'm really not going to say the difficulty is really the real reason. We're 4th place with a 1:33.607. We're 1.2 seconds off the pace from Michael Schumacher's time, but so far so good with Takuma Sato. He'll be very delighted with that lap, as James Allen said, and so he should, because he's in Q3, so it doesn't really matter. His performances this season has been very outstanding, and been one of the standout performers this season. If he didn't have that retirement in Bahrain, he probably would be 1 point behind Fernando Alonso in the championship, as he was hanging on to second place before smoke poured at the back of the Super Aguri, and unfortunately the Honda engine decided not to work for him. So Takuma Sato will always have that at the back of his mind, about Honda's reliability this season, considering he's already one down on the engine department, considering his engine failed on him. And I think a few other drivers are one engine down already as well, considering other people have retired, like Jenson Button. I think he had an engine failure in Bahrain. So, yes, funny how 2 Honda engines are pretty much was the talking points of that opening race weekend. But apart from that, it's been very good. And I'm looking forward to racing in Australia, despite it not being my strongest track. Massa has easily eliminated Michael Schumacher's lap time, as he's 1.4 seconds faster than his teammates, as he's set the standard, as he's done a 1:31.001. Takuma Sato is about to cross the line again, and I don't think it will be faster. No, it's not. It's it is faster than his old time, but Sector 2's where it's really let him down. So he's going to go out again and try and do another lap, as he's letting less fuel load, so it should really help him, to be honest. But we shall see what he will do. So Sato's heading into turns. I think this is turn 6. I'm not really that expert at Australia's turns, but like I said, I'm not really the best at the names of turnings and whatnot. But we've cleared Sector 1, and Sector 1 is actually it's equal to his actual personal best of this session. So no improvements there, to be honest, and that's actually surprising. But he can actually improve still, Takuma Sato. Will he? He loses a lot of time in Sector 2, as this is pretty much a very long straight. So straight line speed isn't the best for the Super Aguri. So I'll try and take it head on. In the 5th gear, and he does run a bit wide, so that is going to make him lose just a tiny bit of time, but let's see what this does. He's 3 tenths slower on his personal best already, so he's going to make up all that time for Sector 3, and he's ran wide, so I guess that time is forgotten. And Massa's gone a 5 hundredths faster than his old time, as he's set a 1:30.951. He's the only driver in the 1:30s right now, as he's pole position. And Takuma Sato's about to cross the line here, and then is it going to be faster than his old time? Yes, it is. It's a 1:31.914, and he's in 5th place. Wow, great lap by the Super Aguri team, and great lap by Takuma Sato. And here's the standings. Alonso's 2nd, with Fisichella 3rd, Michael Schumacher's 4th, with Sato 5th, Kimi Raikkonen 6th, with Montoya 7th, Barrichello 8th, Trulli's 10th, with Button 9th. Don't know why I said it in that order. We're going to end the time, because I think that's the best I can do right now. So yeah, I think we should just end the qualifying session. And we stay 5th, with Raikkonen 6th and Montoya 7th. Michael Schumacher will start 4th, with Fisichella 3rd, but who's taking pole? Is it Massa or is it Fernando Alonso? Let's end the session and find out.
So there we have it. From 10th to pole, the grid order looks like this. It's been an exciting and busy hour of qualifying with some interesting results. We've enjoyed it, and we look forward to seeing you for tomorrow's race.
What a very close pole position battle. Felipe Massa just edged out Fernando Alonso by 3 hundredths of a second, with Fisichella 3 tenths behind both drivers. Michael Schumacher 4 tenths slower. And Sato, well, he's a second slow. That's expected from a Super Aguri driver, but credit to him for getting 5th place. He's starting on the 3rd row with Kimi Raikkonen. So it's been a strong qualifying session for Takuma Sato. Let's hope he actually has a strong race in Australia despite his mistakes. The Toyota will just be pleased with 10th place. Truly would be hoping to have a better race. Same with the Hondas in Barrichello and Button, who start 8th and 9th respectively, and the McLarens as well, who are just pretty much poor in the qualifying session. So Fernando Alonso set the standard in fastest laps, as he was the only driver that entered the 1:29s, with Massa with Fisichella the second fastest, 6 tenths off. My goodness. The Renaults are definitely going to be the team to watch for this race weekend, or pretty much this season, as they're the defending champions. But what a grid we have here. What would the McLarens do, as they are stuck behind the Super Aguri? And the Super Aguri has been amazing on the start throughout the season. Ralf Schumacher will be disappointed with that, and so will David Coulthard, as he's been out-qualified by Clean. But most of all, the most disappointed driver on the grid is probably Mark Webber, who's started 19th on his home race. That is not what he wanted. everybody. There's lots of Australians that are disappointed. But tomorrow is race day, so once again, I'm looking forward to racing in Australia, and I'm looking forward to showing you the race tomorrow. So this is SamuraiT-X signing out. Until then, thank you guys for watching this qualifying session, and I shall see you tomorrow for the Australian Grand Prix race day. Take care, everybody. See ya.